Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we dig into a ton of research so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Today we're going to get into what really turns off a Libra.
We're going to figure out those little things that you might be doing to push Libras away.
Understanding these turnoffs is super important if you want to keep a Libra happy.
Libras may not always tell you what's bugging them.
But believe me, these turnoffs can totally change how they feel about you.
Oh, yeah.
So
We have time.
let's start with the basics of a Libra personality.
Yeah, what are they all about?
They're all about harmony, respect, and seeing the best in everyone.
They want to see the good in everything.
They're ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love and beauty, and that gives them this natural desire for peace and grace.
So they're always trying to find that balance.
Exactly.
Anything that throws that off is going to really bother them.
Exactly, it disrupts their peace.
Yeah.
So let's get into that first big turnoff. Rudeness.
Rudeness.
Yeah. It's like nails on a chalkboard for a Libra.
Really?
It's the worst.
Oh, I can imagine.
Okay, so our source had this great example. Imagine you're at a dinner party with a Libra friend.
Okay.
And someone starts talking down to the waiter and being disrespectful.
Oh, a Libra would pick up on that right away.
Immediately.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't say anything, but they would distance themselves from that person.
Yeah, they hate confrontation. They just want to avoid a scene.
Right.
It's almost like they physically feel that disruption of the harmony.
Interesting.
They might not say anything, but you can be sure they're rethinking their whole opinion of that person.
Absolutely. For a Libra, politeness and respect are the most important things.
They're huge.
Kindness and consideration, that's what they value.
So if you're trying to win over a Libra, remember to be courteous and respectful to everybody.
Yeah, it's not just about being nice to them, it's about how you treat everyone around you.
Exactly. And Libras are really observant.
Oh, yeah.
They notice everything.
They pick up on those little details.
Speaking of details, let's move on to the next big Libra turnoff. Negativity.
Negative.
Constant pessimism and focusing on what's wrong and never seeing the good.
Like Eeyore.
Exactly.
Always raining on everyone's parade.
It's like trying to have a picnic on a rainy day.
You just can't enjoy it.
You got all the right stuff, but the vibe is just off.
Oh.
So our source gave this perfect example. Imagine a Libra working on a project with someone who's just constantly complaining
About everything.
about deadlines and the work and everything.
Oh, the Libra would find that so draining.
So drained.
Because they thrive on that positive energy and, looking for solutions, not just dwelling on the negative.
Totally. And the Libra in this story actually started dreading going to these meetings.
Because of the negativity.
It was so bad they even thought about quitting the project just to get away from that person.
It's they can't even
Yeah, they
want to escape.
got to get out.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, Libras, they might not say anything.
Right.
They just slowly withdraw or avoid you. So if you're always complaining and bringing everyone down, you might find your Libra friend just kind of fading away.
They're going to want to be around people who lift them up, not bring them down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Want to be around positive people.
Yeah, who are upbeat and fun.
So ditch the negativity if you want to keep a Libra close.
Yeah. Choose happiness, choose joy.
That's the Libra way.
It's funny how all these turnoffs we're talking about are connected to this need for balance that Libras have.
Mm-hmm.
It's negativity throws off their balance. And you know what else does?
What's that?
Indecisiveness.
Oh, indecisiveness.
Yeah.
That's interesting because Libras themselves can be a little indecisive.
Right. They like to weigh all their options.
Yeah. They want to consider everything.
But even though they might take their time to decide,
yeah.
they actually really value decisiveness in other people.
So it's not about the actual choice they make. It's more about that energy of you're taking charge.
Exactly. It's about being confident. Our source had this story where a Libra was trying to make dinner plans with a friend.
Okay.
And the friend just couldn't decide what they wanted. Every suggestion the Libra made,
Yeah.
the friend was just I don't know, maybe. What do you think?
I can only imagine how annoying that would be for a Libra.
It would drive them crazy.
It would be like watching a tennis match where the ball never lands.
Exactly. It's this feeling of being stuck.
Right.
And Libras hate that.
They hate feeling stuck.
They want to keep moving forward.
They want action.
Even if it means making a choice that's not perfect.
Just make a decision.
Exactly.
The Libra in that story actually ended up just picking the restaurant.
Really?
They were like, look, I'm just going to pick a place. We can go somewhere else next time if you don't like it.
Wow. So they took charge.
They had to.
Yeah.
And it goes back to that need for balance.
Right.
Indecisiveness creates this energy of just being stuck.
And it disrupts their harmony.
Yeah, it messes up their flow.
Yeah. So if you want to make a Libra happy, be confident in your choices.
Be decisive.
Don't be afraid to take the lead.
Even if it's just like picking a place to eat.
Exactly.
Just do it.
Now let's move on from like mental energy to like physical space.
Okay.
Let's talk about messiness.
Ooh, messy.
Another big Libra turn-off.
Yeah, this is a classic.
It's a class.
I remember reading in our source about this Libra who went to a friend's house.
Okay.
And like the first thing they did was start cleaning up.
Oh, no.
And the mess wasn't even theirs.
Wow.
It's not that Libras are like clean freaks.
Right.
It's more than that.
It's deeper.
Remember, they're ruled by Venus.
The planet of beauty.
An order.
So a messy environment like totally throws off their sense of harmony.
It's like if you're looking at a beautiful painting
Yeah.
and there's like a big smudge right in the middle.
Ruins it.
It just ruins the whole thing.
You can't even enjoy it.
So they crave that visual balance and order.
Just like they crave emotional and mental balance.
It's all connected.
A messy room, it just makes them feel uneasy, like their mind can't relax.
They can't find their peace.
So you don't have to keep your house like spotless,
Yeah.
but just the little effort in tidying up
Yeah.
can make a Libra feel so much more comfortable.
You shows you care.
Okay, now for our final Libra turnoff.
Okay, hit me.
Aggression.
Aggression.
Like any kind of aggressive behavior.
Okay, so we're talking like yelling and fighting.
Big arguments.
Or even just like passive aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Anything like that.
It's like kryptonite to a Libra.
It just shuts them down.
Remember that story in our source where a Libra was at a party and two people started arguing?
Oh, yeah?
Like a big fight.
And the Libra just left.
They just walked out.
It just got out of there.
It's not that they don't pair.
Right.
It's just that they feel that aggressive energy so strongly.
They absorb it all.
And it just overwhelms them.
It's like their peaceful little bubble gets popped.
And they need to escape to get it back.
Yeah, they need to go find their happy place.
They much prefer like calm discussions.
Whereas everyone's being respectful.
Exactly.
So if you're ever disagreeing with a Libra,
yeah,
just remember to stay calm and respectful.
Choose your words carefully.
And try to find a compromise.
That works for both of you.
Yeah.
And sometimes the best thing to do is just like take a break.
Yeah, just step away.
Let things cool down a bit.
Before you try to talk about it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about all the big Libra turnoffs.
Yeah.
Rudeness, negativity, being indecisive,
Messiness,
aggression.
all the big ones.
But what about those like little signs?
The subtle signs.
Yeah, how can we tell if a Libra is like feeling off, even if they're not saying anything?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because Libras, they're so diplomatic.
They are.
You might not want to like directly tell you what's wrong.
Right.
So we got to look for those little clues.
Subtle cues.
So what are some of the signs that a Libra's like inner scale is tipping?
Well, one thing to watch for is like their social energy.
Okay.
Libras are usually pretty social.
Yeah, they'd love to chat.
But if they suddenly get quiet
Yeah.
or like withdraw from the conversation,
Mm-mm.
that could be a sign that something's bothering them.
It's like they're retreating to recharge,
Exactly.
get back to their center.
Yeah, and it's not like a personal attack or anything. They
Right.
just need a little space.
To recenter themselves.
Exactly.
Okay, so what other signs should we look for?
Well, think about their normal demeanor.
Okay.
Libras are known for being like charming and easygoing.
Right.
So if they seem irritable
Yeah.
or like short-tempered,
Oh.
that could be a sign that they're reaching their limit.
With all the disharmony.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
they're saying, okay, I've tried to keep things peaceful, but I need a break.
So if we notice those changes in a Libra, how should we approach it? Would you just like ask them what's wrong?
You could, but remember, Libras are sensitive to confrontation.
Right.
So be gentle.
Approach it with empathy.
Yeah.
So instead of being like, what's wrong with you? We say something like, hey, I notice you're a little quiet. Is everything okay?
Exactly. Just open the door for communication.
Yeah, just let them know you're there for them.
And if they need space, give them space.
Respect those boundaries.
Exactly.
This has been such a fascinating look into Libra turnoffs.
Yeah.
We learned about all the big ones,
Yeah.
but also those subtle signs that tell us when a Libra is feeling off balance
It's all about understanding their need for harmony.
and respecting that.
If you want to have a good relationship with a Libra,
You got to keep those scales balanced.
that's the key.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
We hope you learned something new about our Libra friends.
And until next time, keep diving deep.